Hello guys, what's up? It's the Michael at 977. How are you guys doing? Today I'm reviewing actually Walking Dead Season 2 mid-season episode, which is also known as Episode 3, In Harm's Way. Now this is another late review as well, sorry about this. I'm just going to be posting these up and hope you guys actually watch these. So this might be a short review, it might not, who knows how long I talk, how much I say. So this is Episode 3, this was released in May. Actually 2 weeks before episode 4 of Wolf Among Us and Sheep's Clothing, which you just want to check that out. But back to the point of this episode of review. This takes I really liked episode 2, House Divided, and I really want to see what they can do next for the season, the series in the next episode in Harm's Way. It had a lot of potential as the villain really gets much more momentum in this episode. So, how was this episode? Outstanding. It's really outstanding in my opinion. Is it better than a House Divided? I don't know about that. But I will say it's just as good as House Divided. Really good. So, what is this? How long does the episode take place? What is it about? What's going on? Well, I'll tell you. It takes place basically a day or maybe a few hours after the events of House Divided. Also, spoiler alert, if you have not played episode 2 or 1, which I don't know why you shouldn't, if you did it. But I'm going to be spoiling the last 2 episodes, which is 1 and 2, to kind of give more story and context into this episode review. Let's begin. So Carver captures your group along with a few survivors at a ski launch, which is also known as Kenny. If you just seen from the footage right here, this is me playing it on PS3 with my POG HD PVR2. I've been using this on my video playthroughs and walkthroughs and all that stuff. So like you can watch those on my channel. I have a playlist for each season. So welcome to season 1 and this season as well. So Clementine and the group of survivors that got captured by Carver, and they get brought back to Carver's base, where he has all these soldiers, all the supply of food and men who basically they're watching you and you're basically imprisoned. And Carver just wants you to bow down to him. But you and the rest of you have other ideas in mind and basically escaping. Now, how does this episode do? It's really outstanding. It's a really good episode. In a lot of ways, it's really just outstanding. Like I said, outstanding. And what I like about this episode, that I think episode 2 did not really do, was really show emotional pressure points. Like this episode puts a lot of the characters, notably like Carlos and Sarah, which is the father and daughter team. They get pushed to their limits in this episode specifically, and such as other few characters like Alvin, Kenny, and a few other characters that are also in the game. I don't want to like this louder than me. So, like I said, that's what I like about this episode. It really pushes them to the limits, and it shows physical damage to them just as much as emotional. And I really love that about this episode. And the villain, of course, is just always as good. Carver is kind of like this motivation for me to complete this episode and finish it out. It really just changed my character of Clementine as of course, it's a Telltale game. It's a point-click adventure. You make your choices, and these choices affect the entire storyline. Now, I really love, the villain, of course. Michael Madsen does a great job as the villain once again, and it's just outstanding. That's how he does his job in the game. I'm really lost of words now, but let me just get back on track. His performance really does kind of set the mood of the season, kind of. The season is about darkness feeling, about depression, about having to struggle to survive, getting by the bare bones, survival. And I really love that about this episode. It really shows intensity. This episode really does show it in the best way possible. Unlike other episodes like Season 2, Episode 1, Episode 2, Season 2, or the first season, it doesn't show intensity like how this one does. And I really love how Telltale shows that this game does not play safe at all. There's everything is on top here. Every bloody moment, gory scene, or just downright brutality is shown in this game. They don't hide it or show it off screen. They show it on screen, which is really good. And that's amazing how they do it. And like I say, the writing is always good. I feel like that Telltale has mastered the writing of their games. No matter what game they're doing, back this or Wolf Among Us, or hopefully their new Tales from the Borderlands series or Game of Thrones, I can tell that the writing in those games can be outstanding because this is already. you can tell by the season and how the dialogue choices are that the writing has to be good, and it is good. It's amazing for that. And just like the last few episodes, choices you make will have consequences later on in the season, or choices you made in the past will come back and bite you later on in this episode. And I always like that. Like I said, I played it 2 times. Actually, I didn't get played it a 3rd time, I think, for some reason. I don't know why. But I played it 2 times, and I just loved seeing different conclusions, different ways that the episode ends. And it really did make me want to. It made me want to wait so much more. I made the anticipation for Amid the Ruins, the 4th episode that just came out today for PlayStation 3 owners and Vita owners and PC owners. It makes the anticipation so much worth it. And like I said, the game really will take you around 2 hours max to beat. I beat the game in basically 95 minutes tops. I think longer gameplay playthrough will take me around 100 minutes. A shorter gameplay through would be 185 minutes or 90 minutes, based on how I play. Now, is the game, like I said, I don't really like reviewers how they just give it 8.5 to say, oh, it's a good game. I really do think that this series deserves more than this 8 or 8.5 is my opinion. I don't really see main problems we're seeing, you're just doing fetch quests in this episode, because I don't think you're doing fetch quests. You really seeing characters that you didn't get a chance to meet before, and you really are exploring them and really learning more about them. You learn more about them in ways that you didn't get a chance to before. Like for example, Bonnie. Actually, all the characters from 400 Days, if you brought them all to the camp, show up in this episode. But Bonnie is the one who really is a main side character. All the other characters are just fiddling around, and I felt like that was kind of disappointing. As for 400 Days, I really wanted these characters to have main parts or main punchlines in the season, but they don't. Instead, they just one of the characters are important, while the rest of them are just add-ons, in my opinion. I don't know if any of you guys agree with me with that, but I just feel like it wasn't really satisfying to play the DLC. I just feel like sometimes it was unnecessary, and sometimes it wasn't. I don't know. Like I said, there may be technical hiccups here and there for those. A frame rate drop here, or stutter, or a part when the sound cue will freeze and I'm going to loop over and over. Or a part of dialogue where you'll get stuck in the loop as well, get through your. That happened in my playthrough. If you saw my playthrough, that happened in this episode basically. So that's what you see. Like I said, I don't really see main problems except for the fact that technical hiccups bother me, and the lag amount of characters for 400 days are really put into the story. I think if they put one more character like Vince or Wyatt, Russell or Shell, if they put any one of those 4 characters into the story along with Bonnie, then it would be a lot more appreciable, and I wouldn't have to get upset about it. Like I said, so let's go over the pros and cons. Cons, I'm just going really quickly. Technical hiccups and the lackluster amount of 400 Days characters developed here. Only Bonnie's used, which is kind of disappointing for me. So, pros is writing, outstanding. Visually, it's amazing. Choices and consequences are outstanding as well. The villain is great. Clementine, I want to say more about Clementine, but my Clementine immediately became a character who was a lot more darker than I thought she would become, and that's amazing. Also, the cliffhanger ending climax here is just depressing, really, in a good way. It's not a bad ending by any means necessary, but I loved how it ended because it made me think: couldn't I save those people? Could I have done the right thing? Could I have just changed my mind? And it really made me want to replay the game over and over. This has replay value, of course, because you can play it over and over and have different decisions and different outcomes. So that's amazing. So I don't know how many figures I put up, but still, if I'm gonna review this game with score, which I'm going to in a few seconds, I'm going to give it an overall score of a 9.5 out of 10. The water friend. Just like House of Iden, I love this episode so much. These 2 episodes, House of Iden and In Harm's Way, are 2 great episodes, and they really do raise the bar for the series. Of course, a lot of people have a lot of hype of Amid the Ruins, and I'm going to be reviewing that. I'll be doing video shots for that tomorrow, so don't worry about that. But let's just say, for a sneak peek, I'm not going to review here, but I'm just going to say, it's not as bad as Around David Corner, which was just like good in my opinion, and In Sheep's Clothing, which was a little disappointing. It's not as bad as those. Trust me. I played it. I played it twice. I know what it did. I know how much fun it was. So please like the video, comment below, and subscribe. Also follow me on Facebook and Twitter. If you look in the underbar, like in the description bar, it will tell you where you can find me. Facebook, I'm Michael Martinez. Twitter, I am the Michael1137. In other words, if you found this channel and you found the channel name, that's my name on Twitter. So that's all you gotta do. Alright, so bye guys. See you next time on the show. So bye. I'm reviewing Amid the Ruins. See you guys later. Bye.